They beat us again. Motherfucker. Hey everybody out there, Chiefs Kingdom YouTube. It's your boy, Big Chief Sean. I'm so happy. No, I ain't. We lost to them again. Doesn't matter their house, our house, AFC Championship, we lost to them again. There's a lot to unpack with this game. So, let me just go ahead and say, come on, hit the like and subscribe button. We're almost to 750. Someone's almost getting a jersey, and, we're so close to somebody getting a home playoff ticket, buying that we are one, and we don't just play the whole playoffs on the road. Obviously, we'll have one. I'm talking big shit right now. I mean, obviously, we'll have a home game. We won the division, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot to unpack to this game. So let's get right to it. This game was not our best game of the year. I mean, yeah, we lost to the Colts, and that wasn't a great game, but this game was even worse, I believe. Now, I know a lot of y'all like, oh, we didn't lose that bad. Yes, we did. Of course, a lot of football fans, quote unquote, will say everything is fine and it wasn't that bad and everything in between, and that's fine. I like positive, positive reinforcement. I like fans that just look at the bright side of everything. That way, there's no problem with you. There's no problem with any issue that may come up. Everything's fine. Everything's peaches. But I'm sorry to inform you or anybody who thinks like you're wrong, okay? There was a lot wrong with this game from beginning to end. And yes, we will talk about the bad calls. It's not like that wasn't a thing. It was a thing. I mean, if you chatting on RGR Football's chat like I usually do, that's probably something that's going to come up. I'm just saying, for the most part, that wasn't a good game. It wasn't. Like, there was so much that could have been done that didn't get done. There was a lot of good positives in the game, obviously being, we have the best offense in the league, but there was a whole bunch of negatives, way outweighing the positives, man. So, I mean, the only way to do this is do this how I usually do it, Let's break down the defense, Special teams wasn't too bad. They did okay, wasn't nothing spectacular coming out, but obviously that's what we kind of expected from special teams. They're not like the best special team. They're not running kickbacks every day. Pacheco did well in special teams, so there's always that. But I mean, honestly, I really don't even want to talk about special teams right now. I really just want to get to the brass tacks, nitty gritty. Let's just get on to it. First of all, defensively, I can't really blame the defense as a whole. There's a few players that didn't really play strong as I thought they were going to play, Chris Jones. But, you can't really blame the entire defense. I mean, they did what they could for what they were told to do. I mean, the biggest problem of our defense has to be Spagnuolo, man. You called the wrong defensive scheme the entire game, and you did not vary it from it. You stayed in the zone because you were so worried about people getting beaten instead of trying to play man coverage and see if we can just attack. And we didn't do that at all. We did it a few times, but we didn't do it enough to where it was the effort of us winning the game. Like, I'm just going to keep it real. Spagnuolo screwed us on this one. He called a bad defensive game. And, I haven't seen anything from the podium yet. Hopefully, later on, sometime this week, I'll do a video about maybe what they're saying on the podium, or my reactions to what they're saying on the podium or something. I'm trying to work that out, but right now, I'm furious as hell. I'm trying not to cuss because I'm trying to get the subscribers and all that kind of stuff. Me being a super fan and all that, but I mean, there's really nothing that is non-rated R that I don't want to say about the defensive performance. They scored too many points. We allowed them to get too many yards. That's the reason why we're 31st in yards allowed. Because we just let them eat us up. Middle, open. Oh, every receiver was open. And it's not like our corners and safeties wasn't keeping up. They were told to do certain things, and Spagnuolo didn't give a rat's ass about where he put them. I'm upset. I'm pissed. Like, it was terrible defensive coordinating the entire game. Keys and Gooch and Aaron from the Back Talk Boys even want to ask a question of if you had a choice to have to keep Reed but keep Spagnuolo, would you keep him? And I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I mean, it was like no adjustment at all. You just kept our boys out of position and was just hoping that the front four, who are not that elite yet, was going to do all the hard work, so you wouldn't have to actually plan something for the corners and safeties to do that job. Jamar Chase kicked our asses again because you keep allowing him and you keep running these same zones, man. I'm trying not to cuss. Really trying not to cuss, man. I'm really trying to get the subscriber number up. I've been off on my video game. I've been, doing my little shorts, whatever, but I'm really trying my damnedest not trying to curse because I really want to, especially defensively. Offensively, I have some issues too, but defensively, I am not happy at all. We didn't sack that dude. I think we got one sack, maybe. All this supposed defensive line power, we couldn't get to the quarterback not once. That's an issue. Here, I'm still thinking about doing my video about that certain player who's actually having an okay season. Maybe, but right now it's really hard to sit down and write something, knowing that this was the defensive struggle, our defensive best. We allowed the wide receivers to kill us. They ran up right up the middle most times because we were so out of place. So if I want to get mad at anybody, I'm not even going to get mad at Chris Jones, even though I poked my jab at him. I'm not even going to get mad at him. I'm so mad at Spagnuolo, I want to slap the taste out of his mouth, just so he can remember what victory tastes like. Just slap whatever is in him right now, just so he can grow up and grow a pair and start taking a few risks. I have to give the defense a D-, bro. Like, they scored, they went down the field too quick. And yes, if I'm being honest, I'll say C- because the players themselves were okay. It's your defensive coordinator was a dumbass and did not know how to adjust at all the entire game. Me and the crew just looking there like, what the bleep is he doing? Why is he still running these zones, keeping these dudes in certain positions, and we're sitting here watching dudes catch the ball wide the hell open? Why are we watching that? What is that about? I would just say for the future, Spagnuolo, if you're so worried about people getting in front and getting behind you or getting these big plays, have a effing spine and adjust. Because what you did was very selfish of you. You didn't have them boys put themselves down the line for nothing. I'm so pissed right now, I can't even think straight. That defense really let me down this week. Really let me down. You keep letting Jamar Chase and Wiggins, whatever the hell his name is, keep catching all these, getting these 100-yard receiving games. Because we don't want to go out of our way to just, go after them. We got to let them get their 5-10 yards. It's fine. It's okay. No big deal. Spagnuolo, I really want to kick you in your private parts. I'm just saying that. As a fan, and as somebody I know there's always next week, for those fans that are like, don't trip out so much, I still want to kick him in the nuts. Because this will be a problem going to the playoffs. If this was playoffs, I'll be doing a video about, the summer coming out tomorrow like I'm little orphan Annie. Listen to me, Spagnuolo. Please, if you watched it, but you don't watch this, but anybody, share this to him. Grow a spine. You have to be better than this. when it comes playoffs and we might have to play them again, you might want to get your head out of your ass and try to do better defensive schemes. Period. Let's get down to it. Offense. Did not play great. Did not play great. We were playing catch up the whole game. We just scored the first drive. We scored the second drive. Can't score the third drive. We're almost up by 10 and we just give it away. Literally give it away. Mahomes, first his issue is he don't check down enough. And then he was checking down too much. Now he's not checking down enough again. You gotta find this balance, kid. You're the golden child, for sure. That's hard. It's hard to get mad at you. It is. That's like the hardest thing to do. Of anything that is dealt Chiefs related, getting mad at Patrick Mahomes is probably like high on that list of can't do. But I have to get mad at him on it. Even after the little dunk thing that should never happen, we should have called better offensive plays. But I'm gonna get to that. But I have to say this, Mahomes, that play was dope. Everybody loved it. It looks good on paper. Somebody down in the comments actually told me last video that the offensive line is not trash. So you show them tape with Orlando Brown's getting his ass kicked, and you tell me if they ain't trash. Wiley getting destroyed. I don't care if it's just a two. It's a whole collective unit. If all of you, two of you can't block, all of you can't block. Even if you're holding it down that middle, there's still those sides. You know? So, our offensive line, I won't say it's trash, but it sure the hell is garbage. It's just those two at the end, those two are trash. Orlando Brown and Wiley, those two are trash. The offensive line in the unit is garbage. You have to take it like that, bro. It's a unit. It's not an individual thing like being a tight end or a running back where you can do your own thing and just stick out amongst the others. Unless you're just elite that level, it's a unit. And unified, they're garbage. They can't hold anybody back. They only did a 3-man rush the whole fucking game. They only did a 3-man rush the whole game. Let that sink in for a second. They only did a 3-4-man rush the entire game, and that got to Mahomes so many times. So you tell me down in the comments below. Try to make up for that. Tell me why me calling them garbage is out of pocket. Please, I would like, just go ahead. You know, I would love to debate you. If you really have a good reason why you think that's not the case, really hit me down in the comments below, man. I will actually answer in my next video. That is my word. But right now, the offensive line garbage. Period. Anyway, getting back to the offense as a whole, Travis Kelce is the man. He's the GOAT. He's probably the greatest tight end ever lived. I'm not going to go hard as him as y'all thought I was going to. Yes, did he make a dumbass decision going for more yards, seeing he had 3 guys trying to punch the ball out of his hand? Yes. That was a stupid ass decision. But what else did he did everything else right that game? So why am I can't get mad? Was that a crucial fumble? We could say that was. But I say the whole offense wasn't really clicking anyway. So it don't really matter. I mean, a lot of people are mad at Kelce for it, and y'all legitimately wrong, but I wouldn't harp on it. You know, usually what mistakes he make, you don't really make them. I guess his first fumble of the season. Was it in a crucial game? Yeah, it was, but, you know, he still had a good game. And he was sick from what I was told. That's what makes me mad about, that's one of the things of the offense that makes me more mad about more mad than being mad at the defense. We were so dependent on Travis Kelce. We was letting a man who is sick play starting tight end. Not even third string of, well, if you feel better, we'll send you in. No. They sent him in first string knowing he wasn't 100% healthy. Why would you even do that? What does that say about us as an offense if we can't survive without Travis Kelce? It's already bad enough they're making the comments about Tyreek Hill, and they still are. And this is week 11. They still are. They ain't gonna shut up about it. Because Miami's decent, we're cool, we doing our thing, and we went out of our way to embarrass ourselves by using a man who had the flu to try to win us a game. Instead of just doing it like we usually do, have the next guy step up and do the best we can. I'm glad we had this damn attitude when we lost Mahomes against the Packers, or when we played him against the Broncos. Glad. Pacheco is probably the shining star of the entire team right now. I won't say he's the best player of the team. That would be me just being upset and just saying things emotionally, not logically thinking them through. But Pacheco did make a name for himself. You better believe it. He made a name for himself. And a big name for himself. You know, no cap. You had a wonderful performance, brother. You did great special teams. Running, I mean, that's all you can ask for. McKinnon did great running. You know, really good running. You know, very impressive on the both of them. We have a nice little tandem. And hopefully we use them in the future and just keep it moving with them. But if anything, I have to get mad of. If anything, I have to get really mad at. I can't really get mad at the receivers. They dropped a lot of balls. It's gonna happen. You know, Juju did okay. Scanlon dropped a few that, you know, you just gotta get. There was a lot of few catches that, you know, you just gotta get. But I think I'm mad at, you know, Reed. I could really see that he was letting Bieniemy call plays. You could clearly see that he was. You know, being an offensive coordinator, you have that authority. You can exercise, you know, your knowledge of football. And apparently he didn't know how to call up a play that could consistently have us scoring. Because we couldn't even score our first drive. When it's already bad enough, our defensive coordinator is just going to run the zone the entire game and have them do scoring within 3 minutes. And then we have an offense that goes drives all the way down, but don't know how to get it through the end zone. And we're supposed to be number one in end zone, red zone touchdowns. That's a problem. That's a problem. That whole offense. I'm so frustrated tonight, man. That whole offense was just bad. You know. And Buck Kichter missed another field goal. I know it was 50 plus, but you've made bigger than that. He misses another field goal that would have actually kept us in the game. Like offensively, we were not great. Wasn't even good, really. Trick play here, a trick play there, but nothing that really got the job done. We play Houston next week. I'll talk about that maybe later on in the week, but if this is the notion that we were supposed to have this clean run through end of the season, clearly it's not, because we have issues. And I know people are saying, yo, we're still in the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. Man, you gotta look past that, the little petty stuff. You gotta see the problems and the issues that are going to hurt us come late December, January. We were not ill prepared to handle the Bengals again for a third time. They don't have our number because they only beat us by 3 points, and they've always only beat us by 3 points. But come on, man, like that offensive scheme, everything about it was wrong. Wrong. And we still ran it. We still kept doing. We kept running good with the running back, and then we just forget how to pass the ball. No play action runs, no play action passes, because they know our offensive line is trash. So he can't do any trick plays of that caliber because they already had him. Orlando Brown is the worst investment this team has ever made. He'll probably never say that publicly, but here it is, man. Orlando Brown is a blocking disaster. You are Baghdad, son. You know, you're a train wreck with no survivors. There is no joy in anything that I just saw. It hurts, y'all. You know, we're ever so closer to the end of the run, and playoffs is just around the corner, and last thing we need is to drop the ball right here. Literally, figuratively, man. So, you know, we got the Texans next week, and everybody's expecting to be an easy game. Now, I'm not. Beating the Bengals would have made me relax, but guess what? I'm not going to now. And I know a lot of people are like, man, it's just the Texans. Well, we lost to the Colts, and they're worse. They're having just as a bad season as the Texans are. They won 2 games more. Wow. So if we can let a team like the Colts beat us, and then we have a team like the Bengals who are so limited beat us, I'm not dropping my guard no more. Clearly we don't need to do that. Clearly that wasn't the fundamental in mind when we decided to play like this. And to give the offense an overall score, I gotta give them a C- too. There was too much wrong with anything they did good. There was a whole bunch of wrong that went with it. I'm gonna have to give them a C-. Just being real. They did not perform as great as they should have been. And it's upsetting to see. And I'm just gonna say, Reed, I know you're probably gonna change your mind during the playoffs, but could you just limit just a little Eric Bieniemy's play calling? Just a little. Well, let's say he's at 60, put him at 30. I wanted to leave this part at the end because I didn't want it to be a reason why I broke down the offense and the defense and special teams. I wanted this part of the video to be its own thing because it is its own thing. And that thing is the referees, man. They were horrendous. We're the 3rd less penalized team in the entire league. We got more penalties in a single game than we've gotten all season. So many soft-ass holding calls, roughing the passers, defensive pass interference. It was a shit show. Those referees ought to be ashamed of themselves. I mean, my boy Keys even did a stat that said that one of the referees there is one of those let the boys play type of a referee. I mean, it seemed like to me they showed a lot of love at Cincinnati. Maybe I'm wrong. I would like somebody in the comments down below tell me why I'm not tripping, or tell me why I'm tripping on my statement. But to me, it seemed like the referees were making sure that the Bengals had a fair game. I don't think they did the same with us. There was a lot going on in our team that you barely had to call. Did they give us that offensive pass interference? I will applaud that because that's what that was. There was a lot of time Mahomes was getting knocked down and a lot of holding plays on our end of the ball that we never got called. They made sure they got everyone called. Those referees kind of, and that's why the other reason why I had to keep this part at the end. I didn't want to say that the bad flags were the main reason why we won or lost, because they wasn't. Were there a lot of bad flags? Oh yeah, there was a good amount spanning the whole game. But if we'd have played more clean, it wouldn't have mattered. If Travis Kelce doesn't fumble the ball, we're probably looking like a 10-point head with like 3-4 minutes left, and more likely be able to pull it off. But it didn't happen that way, did it? We got screwed with bad play calling. Offense was not there. Defense was not there. Buckhurst, it was just all around. It's a whole bunch of blame to go around. That's why I'm trying to put it collectively as offense, defense, and special teams. Just not trying to single anybody out unless they need it. But in this case, I can at least say collectively we sucked ass. We did. And hopefully we don't take that on to the rest of the season, because we just got the Broncos, the Raiders, the Texans, a whole bunch of pretty easy teams, but I can't drop my guard down no more. Why would you? After we already lost to the Colts, and then I hate the Bengals, and we lost to those bungle bastards again. So, call me what you want. Call me paranoid, whatever. But I'm not letting my guard down to any more teams. I'm just hoping they smash every one of them. No more being lenient, no more being nice. Just run right through them and call it a night. I'm frustrated, and I'm gonna do a couple more shorts. But I'm gonna end this video right here. And remember, if you like this video, why don't you give it a like and subscribe? 750 subscribers, random subscriber gets a Chiefs jersey. 1,000 subscribers, somebody's going to a home playoff game. So, get on that, click those buttons. Click that, and don't forget the bell and notifications. Hit the bell with the little wavy things on it. That way you can get this face anytime you want to. So this is your boy Big Chief Sean saying thank you so much for staying this part of the video. I appreciate your comments, good and bad. Share anything you want to share down below. Maybe I'll bring it up in the next video. And this is your boy saying, don't be disparaged. It'll be all right. We still got a lot of games to go. And let the arrowhead lead you in the right direction. Straight forward. Peace.